Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are finally gonna film this video. I've been waiting for it for so freaking long and I'm finally biting the bullet. We're getting it done. So today's video is what I eat in a day. So I'm going to show you exactly what it takes for me to meal prep. I'm in prep for my next competition, which is in December. We finally set a date in, we're locked in, we're ready to go. So I'm in prep. So what I eat in a day is not the same all year long. This is what I eat right now for my next competition. This is how I prepare and meal prep for my days. So I've got my scale out here. I use a food scale to measure and weigh out all of my stuff. This one is wonderful because it has not only pounds, but it also has grams. And then it's nice because if I have a huge bowl that's on here or something that's, you know, larger, I can actually pull this down so it has more space to be able to fit the bowl so I can weigh properly. So that just slides back into here, but I can change it from ounces to pounds to grams, which is how you food prep and weigh your food out. So right now my food is changing all the time. I'm doing carb cycling, which means that a couple days a week I'll have high carb days, a couple days a week I'll have low carb days, and then I'll just have moderate days. So for right now, what I'm doing is I'm getting all my stuff out and getting it prepped. So I've got my containers, which I get these at my local restaurant supply store, and they are fantastic. They're microwave safe. They actually have little vent slots up here on the top that you can push in. So when you pop it in the microwave, it has room to vent, and you can toss them when you're done. So for so many years, I was using Tupperware, and I hate Tupperware. It is the bane of my existence. I hate washing it. I hate taking it out of my bag and remembering to put it in the sink and wash it. So sometimes it got stuck in my car for a few days. I just can't. It's not my strong suit. So I get these from my restaurant supply store and prep my meals in here. When I'm done eating it, I throw it away. So I don't have to wash a million things of Tupperware a day. So that's how we do things. And then sauce containers, same thing, restaurant supply store, sauce container and lid. So I can prep my food in here, put my sauce in a separate one, put it in here, and it doesn't get all soggy and gross. So I've got my Tupperwares laid out and I'm gonna show you what I do to prep. So first meal of the day, already done and over with. I will add that into the video though to show you what I typically have for a normal day's breakfast. But that is typically 200 grams of egg whites and 3 ounces of ground beef. So I make an omelet out of it, and that is what my breakfast consists of. So this is for meals 2 through 6 of the day. I eat typically 6 times a day, so I'm gonna show you how I do it. So for my first 2 meals of the day, they're pretty much the same. It is 4 ounces of protein. So 4 ounces of chicken. Sorry, I'm looking at my little chart over here. I have it written on my little reader board back here on the wall so that I can keep track of what I'm eating. So it's written on there. So if I look that way, I'm just reading it. So 4 ounces of chicken. So I have my chicken breast cooked up in here and in here, and I'm going to weigh it out. So I will get the chicken breast out of here, and I gotta cut it up because this one's whole. So 4 ounces of chicken and 1 cup of green lean vegetables. So typically for that, I will do anything from cabbage to broccoli to zucchini to cucumbers. I mean, whatever I'm in the mood for. I try to switch it up all the time so I don't get bored. But first off, matter of business is 4 ounces of protein. So I want to make sure that my scale is set on the right setting for ounces and that is zeroed out. So I'm starting fresh at 0. Plop this in here. We've got almost 2 ounces, 3, and 4. So I get all of my things weighed out. So 4 ounces of chicken roughly looks like that. So I'll get all my chicken weighed in the containers. So I usually prep for the week. Right now I'm not though, because I am leaving to go out of town in a couple days. So I'm prepping for my travels. I take my food with me in the airport. I take it wherever I go. That is part of being a bodybuilder. You have to have your food prepared and ready to go, so you have it with you all day long, so when you're hungry you can just grab it. So that's the super important thing. It helps keep you on track, and it helps keep you not putting things in your mouth that you're not supposed to have. So we've got four and four. So for my first 2 meals a day, it's both 4 ounces of chicken. So both 4 ounces of chicken and 1 cup of vegetables. So I'm going to use my teeth, which you should not. And this is just a chopped salad mix. It is greens and red cabbage, kale, green leaf lettuce, and I use this as my vegetables because it's easy. It's already chopped up. I don't have to deal with it. So I just do my cup of vegetables, and this is a great way to get those in without having to cut anything up. So 1 cup of greens per container, which is that. And then I've got my little cups, and I've found this dressing the other day that I'm really loving, and it's called Marie's Market Reserve. So as you can see here, and this one is smoked black pepper and Caesar dressing, and it's only 50 calories per serving. So 1 serving is 2 tablespoons, which in these sauce cups, I've already pre-weighed it out. I already know how much it takes to get to 2 tablespoons. So it's roughly 3/4 of one of these little cups. So I just fill it 3/4 of the way full and put the lid on it. And I know that that's 1 serving. So I'm only eating 50 calories of dressing in 1 container, and that's what I put on my food. So keeping accurate track of what you're putting in your body while you're in prep is key to making sure that you are losing weight. So everything is weighed out, everything is measured out, you know what you're putting in. So that's my first meal 2 and 3 of the day. So that's that. Meal 4 is a protein shake. So a scoop and a half of protein is typically what mine is to make a protein shake. So I will do that in my protein bottle, which I'll do right now. So I grab my shaker out, and I just take this prepared with me, ready to go. That way I have it for when I'm ready for it. So empty container, I'm going to put it on my scale, and I'll show you exactly what it weighs out to be. Let me grab my protein real quick. So as I've showed you before, this is the protein that I take. It is whey isolate. It is from Walmart, Fred Meyer's, Target, wherever you want to get it from. And it's the brand Integrated Supplements. So this is what I'm taking right now. I have a million different proteins. This is just the one that I've been liking this week. So it's kind of the one I've been craving. So my coach says 60 grams of protein. So this 1 scoop, or what did he say? No, 40 grams of protein, excuse me. So 1 scoop is roughly 20 grams. So let's see. So a little over a scoop. So a scoop and a half-ish is what it equals out to for me. So my meal 4 is a protein shake, 40 grams of protein. So I put that in my shaker, and I have it ready to go. And that is meal 1 through 4. So the last 2 meals of the day are fish. So I already have some fish, prepped up, and it's in a container here. So meal 5 and 6, lost track of where I was at. Meal 5 and 6 is fish. So I have my cod fillets already prepped up in here, and I've got my containers. So I'm going to put them on the scale like I did for the other 2. And my fish meals are also 4 ounces. So I've got my scale zeroed out. So let me put my 4 ounces of fish in here. A little more. Okay. So 4 ounces of fish, and also 100 grams of asparagus. So I'm going to grab the asparagus out. don't have asparagus, so we're gonna substitute for zucchini. So it is 100 grams. So we're going to cut this zucchini up and put this in both of these fish meals. So meal 5 and 6 is both fish, both same amount of greens as well. So 100 grams in both of them. So which is roughly half of a zucchini is equal to, in my weight of zucchini is equal to 100. So whatever size you get depends on how much it's going to be. But I've got the 4 ounces of fish in here with the 100 grams of asparagus or zucchini, which we substituted. And I'm also going to do a dressing on this, but I'm going to change it up. So I also have mustard, which is a free condiment. It doesn't have calorie denseness to it, and you can put it on anything. So this one's gonna have mustard in it as the condiment. So I've got my mustard in my container, and that goes in there. We've got one more fish meal to make. So we've got another 4 ounces of fish. And voila, we are there. So we've got that, and then we've got our zucchini. Let's chop that up. And sometimes vegetables are at user discretion, like it's your choice if you want to eat your vegetables or not. Obviously good for fiber, so you should have them in there. And for this one, I change my meals by changing my dressing. So that's kind of how I make it taste better. So for this meal, I'm going to put in some G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue hickory flavored sauce. So this one is amazing. Sorry if you can't see it from over there. Hickory flavor. It's only 2 carbs per serving, which is awesome. It's only 10 calories per 2 tablespoons, which is huge. You don't have barely any calories at all. 2 grams of carbs and 0 fat. So this one is amazing. And they have a million different sauces that I just found at the store the other day. So I'm super excited to try the rest of them. They have a honey Dijon sauce, which sounds just delicious. And they also have teriyaki like marinades now too for chicken and stuff. So I picked up a bunch of those and I'm going to try them. And barbecue sauce goes in. I know barbecue sauce on fish, that sounds weird. But when you're in prep and you eat the same thing every day for, you know, months on end, you find ways to make things taste better. And by using different condiments, that's how I accomplish that. So here we are. 2 fish meals, 2 chicken meals, and my breakfast and my shake. And I usually have a post-workout meal too, or a pre-workout meal. But it just depends on, you know, carb cycling or not. So for right now, this is what I'm on. So that is my prep of my food, of what I eat in a day. Thanks for watching and staying for this lovely video, finding out what a weirdo of a bodybuilder eats for their food. Chicken and vegetables is typically on this. And these are for generally my low carb days. So I'm gonna do this one as my low carb meal prep video, and then I'll do my high carb day also as a separate video. So you can see the difference between my low carb days for what I eat on a low carb day, and then I'll also do a high carb day for when I'm carb cycling. So this is a low carb day. Obviously you can tell it's chicken and vegetables and protein shake and eggs. So it doesn't have barely anything in it. But one of my last meals of the day, my fish, also has 2 whole eggs. So that's where I'm getting a little bit of the cholesterol in there. And then I'll do my high carb day so you guys can see what I eat for a high carb day. So this is my low carb for today. My high carb will be tomorrow. So I will prep my tomorrow meals as well so you guys can see what a high carb day looks like. So thank you for staying tuned for this video. And I appreciate you guys so much for all the love and support. I am just overwhelmed with the capacity of how fast our channel is growing. We've just hit over 8,000 followers, which is insane because just a few months ago I was only at 4,000. So this is huge. We're doing awesome. We're slowly climbing, and I love being able to share, you know, all these little tips and tricks that I have. So thank you guys so much. I love you.